heard about, the revealing of the Hollywood peh dash dash slot and dough that are being revealed, as far as Diddy and Drake and of course we already had Weinstein, and a lot of people are coming out as being these people that are having um, having relationships with the younger people, so to speak. I got to be really have to be really cautious on how I say this, but the only reason why this is happening, why you see all these reveals coming out, and you even have tape where a lot of these actors and these stars are having inappropriate actions with these younger ones, is because they're trying to make it acceptable. And I know that kind of seems weird. How would you make that acceptable by outing it? When you out a situation, you get the people to be kind of numbed to the situation. So people are being desensitized by the fact that this thing is really evil and wrong to um to to um to have these relationships with younger people. And so when it's in our face on the news about somebody being outed for doing this, after a while, after all of the steam kind of like subsides, and the smoke subsides, and after all the conversations have been had, after everyone has gotten over that period of shock, then it kind of becomes what? It becomes a norm. So when you have Diddy and you have Drake, and they're saying that these people have been doing these things behind the scenes with the younger people, it's of course at first gonna startle you. It's gonna alarm you because we know that that's just like it's not right. It's evil to do something like that, right? Uh, but then after a while, the smoke, like I said, will subside, and it'll just become a normal type of conversation. It won't even be like such of an awe moment that these people are having these relationships with these kids. So what they're doing is preparing the society to be okay with this type of lifestyle, the pet do lifestyle. It's a sneaky tactic, but who is their master? Those that went up to the mountain, and the fallen one. And the fallen one said, I'll give you anything that you want if you bow down to me. These Hollywood actors, these musicians, Drake and Diddy, and numerous all of Hollywood. I mean, they're all involved in this, right? In some way, shape, or form, in order to get to that next level, in order to get to that place of that position of power in this world, and to elevate, you have to do rituals. You have to do satanic rituals. You have to do things that pledge your allegiance to the one that gave you the power, which is Satan. So so you're hearing this stuff, and these people have been all Hollywood's inundated with these monsters, these pet dope aisles, right? All of them, right? Most of them. I don't know exactly who, but we all know that Hollywood is built off the foundation of that. And so the people are watching it, and we're listening to these stories, we're seeing these videos. It's like taking over the whole YouTube, it's taking over all of social media. And if you notice, they're going after a couple of people when this is a widespread situation. All these cats and these higher up, these CEOs in the music industry and Hollywood and all in the movies, they all partake in these rituals, because these rituals give them power. See, one of the things is, when you serve the fallen one, you have to be as deplorable as possible. He comes as a spirit, he comes as light, but he's actually darkness. And so they have an image of light, but in their personal lives, in their secret lives, they're doing all of these things that if they got out, if we were to actually see what these people, these Hollywood stars, Diddy, Drake, and all these, if we were to see how they live their lives outside where the cameras are not watching, if we were to able to have some sort of just fly on the wall and to see what they're doing, it would completely change our mindset towards them. It would change our attitude towards them. We want nothing to do with them. They would be completely just outcast. But because that this world is controlled by Satan, the Most High God, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he says that in the last days, the wicked shall rule. The wicked shall rule. They'll have their time of rulership. And because of their position, because of the allegiance they've made with Satan, which is the God of this present world, they get away with these things and they can put a face on or a mask that shows us one side when they're living like hell on the other side. But then it won't. What the agenda has to still it has to still come to fruition. Their agenda is to make pedophilia something that is acceptable around the world. So then they have to tell you first what they're doing, so that you will first go through all the stages and emotions of being shocked and awe, and this is weird, this is crazy. But then after a while, you'll let your guards down, and then you'll start to they hope you'll start to make that decision. Oh, that's not so bad. It's not the worst thing that can happen. Now, of course, it has to get there. It can't just come. They just can't inundate you with this message that that lifestyle, pedophilia, is okay, because we would all go against it. So they have to break down the walls of the people. They have to break down the whole the morality, that part of us that says this is wrong. They have to break that down so that you'll start to question why you thought something was wrong in the first place. They do it through the videos. They keep pumping the same message on the news, all over social media. You keep seeing it, and out of nowhere, you'll just start to not even think about it or care about it. Now, later on, what's going to happen is what I believe is this: the short. There's going to be so many more of these Hollywood actors and these musicians that are going to be outed as being pedophilia, right? They might even have videos of them doing things. They may have audio recordings of them doing things, and you're going to wonder. You're going to say, "Well, we live in a satanic society where it seems like nothing makes sense, and it's going to keep coming one by one by one, until this whole world becomes accept, or at least Babylon, America, starts to accept these ways. This has created the Antichrist society. I've always told you that. We are in the last days of time, and the devil has to get the people on his side, and he does it through nefarious means. He does it in ways which you can't really see how it's happening, but then out of nowhere, you're agreeing with something or some lifestyle that you never thought you would agree to. You never thought you would agree to certain things, certain ways of living, certain actions, because you weren't taught that way. But then as they break down the society, and as they start to make you question what morality is, like by the whole, you can be any gender that you want. You can be with anybody that you want if you love them, even though the Bible says that a man's supposed to be with a woman. Now they've broken those types of social constructs down. Now they're getting ready to break down this whole thing. They've broken. They've also with the pharmacia, right? They've made this country be accepting to you can use any type of substance that you want. That's your choice. That's your business. As long as you have some sort of standard, moral standard, we don't hurt someone. You can use anything you want. Marijuana is all acceptable everywhere now. It took years and decades in order for that to be something that was acceptable in America. Now it's acceptable. You see how this happens? They do it little by little, little by little by little, right? Just like the Bible says, read his word, read the scriptures little by little by little. So then you get the full understanding, right? So the devil, he likes to twist what the Most High God is always doing. So he's saying, okay, I'm going to spread my agenda and push this to the people little by little by little. Then they're going to start to accept it, right? Just like with the money. First, it was the coins and then dollars. And then they said, okay, well, we're going to give you credit cards. Now we're going to allow you to have a phone to scan the situations where you can tap the phone and pay for your products, your goods at the store. Then now what they're leading up to is putting it in your body. So you have to scan your hand, just like the Bible says. If you take the mark, you will be lost. You have to scan your hand in order to be able to make a purchase, all leading up to the Antichrist society, where the beast here, Antichrist, where you can't buy or sell without having the mark. That's why they're trying to put the mark in the hand. In some ways, they're going to put something in your, make it so you cannot purchase or do anything or operate in this economic system without having to, without putting something in your skin and tapping, so you won't be able to operate. So they do it little by little. So, like I said, the title of this video: Hollywood, these pedophiles Drake, all the stuff coming out about him, it's in the infant stages right now. I don't know how they're going to play that, but all of these things, these Beyonce and Jay-Z and Diddy, all they're they're doing it on purpose. They're allowing this information about what they're doing behind the scenes with these little ones, younger ones, SA and all that stuff that they're doing to come out. They're doing it on purpose, all talking about Usher and Justin Bieber and all. They're doing that on purpose to get you and I to be desensitized by the fact that this thing is evil. And then out of nowhere, people will start accepting it. And then they'll start now having a later agenda in somewhere later in time, maybe sooner rather than later, where they'll say, well, shouldn't a man or a woman be able to have relations with a younger person? That's and then that'll be a new conversation because they've desensitized people. They'll probably be make the world will probably now be accepting to it, creating the antichrist society, creating a society which there's people that will stand for Satan. Do as you will. That's the whole law, the whole Freemason thing. Do as you will. That's the whole law. That's what they're trying to create this society to be. So then when Christ does come back, he'll have an army that are waiting to fight him, which is the people that have sold their soul to Satan by allowing their morals to completely be destroyed and disintegrated by this agenda that has been working on them little by little by little, trying to change their hearts, their minds, and to do you understand? Anyways, this is Judah J. I had to make this video. I believe that this is where it's going. They're letting us know these things because they're preparing the world for this agenda to be widespread. It's going to be acceptable. That's why they're doing it little by little. Anyways, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, push the thumbs up. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can go to Judah J dollar. You can go to Cash App, Judah J Talks 144. That's Judah J Talks 144, JUDAHJTALKS 144. All right, until next time, you guys.